Yo, what's up? Jyles here from Jyles FBA, and welcome to our podcast. Big Mike, what's up?
What's up, man?
All right, well, how you been?
I just got back from spring break. Went pretty well. Trip
Big
to Cancun
Cancun
with my
guy?
girlfriend. Yeah.
Heck yeah. Funded by the old AMZ, huh?
Yeah, pretty much.
There you go. We were talking kind of off camera about how Big Mike wasn't into the old drinking, food, and swimming for the 5 days or however long you were gone.
Yeah, 5 days, 4 nights.
No casino trip. I gave him a little bonus to hit the casino, and he couldn't find it.
Couldn't find it. It's on the website. Swear it doesn't exist. Probably would have lost it all anyway, but maybe it's for the better.
It's get the DJs like me down there, I guess. They blue ball tourists like
fanatics
that.
for that.
Yeah. Well, anyway,
dressing fanatics. All you need.
Facts. Anyways, let's get into. I got some Monopoly Prism Blaster cases, and
Yeah.
which Michael was on vacation for and went for, right? Didn't you go for him?
Oh yeah, an hour and a half.
The drop was brutal, to say the least. I forget when it started. 12, right? 12 EST.
Yeah, it was 11 there. It was train, guys.
And I was home for break, so I was going for it at my buddy's office with my sister's fiance, and we did not get a checkout until an hour later, but we stayed persistent on Panini's website, which was terrible. It crashed multiple times. Anyways, buy cost $700, sell cost is around $1,300 right now.
I'm going
pre-sale right after the drop was closer to 17. However, last year, Michael, you were able to get a few cases, and I got a few cases last year.
Yeah.
The difference between this year and last year's, though, is this year's case was 20 blaster boxes. Last year, it was only 10. So, all in last year was like $350. Initial resale dropped down to about $550, and I held mine for, I don't know, I want to say 3 months after, and I sold mine for $1,100 each. Michael, I think you sold yours at what, $700 or something like that?
Yeah, one was pretty high initially, and then I think I also ripped one. Had a really nice John Morant case set, and then
I remember
all the bad things came out about him, so it kind of went to crap.
What happened to that card?
I sold it in Dallas for like $50 cash. Yeah, it was an SP, I think. The white money.
Yeah,
like that.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
It was really nice.
Still, he wanted the flash guns on Instagram Live.
Yeah, literally.
But
bad. His market went down like 200%.
Learn from Michael and sell your cases. Don't rip them. I'm not ripping my cases. I got to, funny story. So we were going for this drop, right? And our first checkout was an hour after the drop. I was able to get to, and my sister's fiance named Seth, he was able to get to, and we were still going for it after because they weren't out of the stock yet. And anyways, it was $700, about $740 all in. And it got to about 1:15. We're like, okay, we haven't had lunch yet. Let's go get lunch. So we head to Cracker Barrel, and we're sitting there about to get our food for Cracker Barrel, and it's probably, I don't know, I want to say 1:40-ish now. And Seth hops on his phone. Next thing you know, he checks out another one. I'm like, okay, let me look. So I pull up my phone, and next thing you know, Seth gets another one. So Seth's up to 4, and I'm sitting on my phone. I'm like, okay, I'm trying to add to cart. Finally, after a few minutes, I give up, and they go out of stock like 5 minutes after. So the drop was 2 hours in total, and Seth was able to get 4 cases. I was able to get 2. But yeah, I mean, it was just like hit or miss on the drop if you were able to cart and check out or not, which is super weird. A few people in Jyles FBA I got a few. I'll link below. Go check it out. We posted all about them. And then a few people did not. They were pissed, like Big Mike. That's kind of like the luck of the draw. But for example, I'll make conservatively $1,000 profit. I'm gonna hold for another 2-3 months, kind of like I did last year, and hopefully they go up to 2K, 2,500 even. Just because that's kind of the route I took last year, and I think it can repeat itself. I'll let you know here in a few months. Especially with Wemby, exactly. So I'll let you guys know in a few months how that works. But Seth sold 2 of his 4 today for $12.50 per each. Friends and family, PayPal friends and family. So he made $500 per each there, $1,000 on his 2 cases, and I think he might hold the other 2. Not too sure what he's gonna do, but yeah, that was a big flip. On Amazon FBA related that we had Jyles FBA this past week. Were you gonna say something, Michael?
No, I don't think so. Just
okay.
Still
felt like I could go out there for a minute.
No. Well, I just know that the people like who did check out were able to loot pretty consistently. Meanwhile, others like me were at 0 for the whole time.
Right.
Then again, I was also on really bad Wi-Fi. I got they blocked my IP actually at one point, so then I went to mobile, and before I knew it, they were just gone. So, really bad turn of events for me.
Bad experience for Michael, but he'll bounce back. I mean, that's reselling. You're not going to be able to check out every product that is available, especially weird ones where you can't really there's like some skill to reselling, I guess. Like you have to be quick. You can't just like sit there on your phone or keyboard and just like be like a turtle. You know what I mean? Like you have to have some skill and like some expertise when it comes to
shop pay set up, ready to check out.
Right.
Stuff like
autofill set up. Logged in. You have to be ready to do captchas quick. You can't freeze up in like high pressure situations, I guess.
Yeah.
It's actually it's really fun. My girlfriend said it a few.
It is a thrill.
We're going for. I think we were just going for like eBay. My house McBride for my PC, and I was driving, so I'm like, I gave it to her. I'm like, okay, we're gonna bid up to $100 on this one, and she's sitting there. I'm like, okay, go at 2, and she's sitting there. She's like, oh, that's kind of fun. I'm like, yeah, it is.
That's how you spend money.
Yeah, that's how you spend money on my Miles McBride PC collection there. But yeah, I don't know. Speaking of cards, I brought a few cards that I bought within the past week, I'd say. I've kind of stuff I'm doing in cards right now, which is all raw to grade for the most part. I picked up a few cards that weren't really to grade, but was more so from a guy that I was buying raw cards off of, so it was like baked into the lot. That I'll probably make 5 to 15% profit on the cards outside of the ones I'm not gonna grade. But I'll just go through some of the cards I have sitting here that I haven't prepped for PSA yet. Just cheap stuff, anywhere between like $15 and like $500, I guess. Nothing here is close to $500. But I sent out end of February. I sent out 7 cards to value, which is $40 a card. I think it's called value, or maybe not. Yeah, value, I think.
Yeah.
At $40 a card, they're about to pop actually. So maybe next week or the week after, I'll be able to show those. And then I sent 22 cards value bulk, which get done early May. And then not last week, but the week before last, I sent 30 cards value bulk as well, which is $18 a card now, and they get back mid-May. Michael, I don't know if you want to go to Dallas again, but I'll probably go to Dallas. That's right, one of those cards will get back, and hopefully I'll get cashed out for those and maybe buy more raw or something. But here, yeah, let me show you kind of the cards I've been picking up. So Derek Lively, Cracked Ice, Derek Lively, George, Cracked Ice, Thompson, I believe, cracked ice. This is backwards for me, so it's hard to see. Jackson Davis, cracked ice. Bryce Harper, home field advantage, cheap card. Like these are all pretty cheap. Derek Fox auto. This is a sick one. I got for a pretty good deal. I think it's around $200. Paulo auto. Is that number?
Oh, it's sweet. Is that Origin?
Yeah, it's Origin. Or it's NBA Hoops. It kind of looks like Origin.
It looks like Origins.
And then
I don't even know
Zion. Zion auto. Speaking of Zion, he's been hooping recently, and his card prices just keep going down. So
yeah, I saw. Did you post about that on Twitter?
Yeah, I did. My personal favorite in this batch is John Jenn's Kaboom, which is pretty sick.
That's sick.
But all these cards are to grade. All those cards are fairly cheap. I mean, between some of the ones I showed earlier, like $10, might not even be worth the grade, but they kind of came in a big lot. So, I'm just kind of buying that type of stuff. Just raw, rookies, just bigger name players, autos, anything that will really sell. That's NBA and NFL, and then the big names in baseball maybe too, but I don't do too much baseball. But yeah, that's basically what I'm buying now for cards.
Looking at the Wemby green prisms, and still about $800.
800 on a 10?
And a 10, yeah.
Okay, yeah. I was gonna say,
two in.
Crazy.
Yeah, I sent 2 in. And then let's see what the bases are doing. And a 10. I think
The bases in a 10, probably 300 if I had to guess.
380, 427, 385. Yeah, about 4.
Yeah, so Wemby's market is still going up somehow. No clue how. I know, yeah, you obviously pulled those. I bought 4 of them for $75 each a few weeks ago, and that went in one of the subs I was talking about earlier. This is for people that don't do cards. You can buy a Wemby base Prism Raw for $75, which is insane for a base card to be $75 first off. But anyways, you can buy that card for $75, send it in for grading, and if it gems, you can sell it for $350, $400, $425. I'm talking about the grading price being you can send it $19 a card, or you can send it $25 a card, or $40 a card. And all in, like if you got them like I did for $75 and say you send it $40 a card, say all in $125 even after like shipping and stuff. And if they gem sell for $425, you're talking about a $300 profit margin just from that one card, which is insane.
A blue ice out of 125 and a 10 just did 12.7K.
I mean, his cards are unreal, which granted, I did see, I think it was yesterday. Today's 3/18 when we're filming this. I believe it was yesterday. He had 36 points, 16 rebounds, seven assists, and 7 blocks. I know some sports books were doing earlier in the year, Wemby to get a quadruple double. Is that what's quadruple double? I believe is the word for plus 50,000. Meaning, what is that? If I put $1 on it, no. If I put what's plus 50,000? Would that be $1 would be 500? I think, and $10 would be 5,000. I believe that's right. So if I put $10 on Wemby, to get a quadruple double, I can't even say that word. And he does it, which he was close last night. He was 3 assists and 3 blocks away from it. Then I would have won, I believe it was $5,000 from a $10 bet. I could be wrong. Hopefully my math checks out. Anyways, very unlikely a player would ever do that. Michael, you don't watch basketball too much, right?
No, like never.
Right. So a double-double is considered good meaning you have over 10 points or 10 rebounds, but basically 10 over any stat. So it could be 10 rebounds, 10 assists. Most of the times it's 10 points, 10 points, or what am I saying? 10 points, 10 rebounds, or 10 points, 10 assists is usually a double-double. And a triple-double is usually points, rebounds, and assists, which is still super rare. Like, for example, Luka recently has been on a 7 or 8 game triple-double, meaning he scored over 10 points, 10 assists, and 10 rebounds in those games, which is just on a complete tear. I believe someone has had a quadruple-double in the NBA before. I'm sure it's been done, but it's had to be forever ago. I don't know. I kind of want to look that up. Quadruple.
I didn't know double.
And yeah, I mean, let's see. The last quadruple double was posted almost 3 decades ago. Nate Thurman was the first player in the NBA history to record a quadruple double, an overtime win with the Hawks. The Hall of Famer posted 22 points, 14 rebounds, 13 assists, and 12 blocks. So there you go. I've never even heard of the Hall of Famer Nate Thurman, but he had a quadruple double, which is unreal. And Wemby could potentially do it. And the last night's game definitely made the old sports books nervous. I'll tell you that much. And granted, they probably limited the bets to probably $10, meaning you aren't allowed to place over a $10 wager on that happening. So, I mean, it's no one dropping like $1,000 on that wager. But if that does happen, I mean, that's history right there. I just don't like, when is Wemby's market going to go down? I'm assuming after the season, his market has to dip some,
right?
Since he won't be playing.
As long as he continues to perform.
And his build's just unreal. I mean, he's 7'4" and like a twig, basically. Like, how is he not, like, obviously he's 19 or 20 years old, but how long can he perform at that high of a level with his body, I guess? I don't know. I don't know if he can be in the league for 15 years, realistically. Like LeBron. LeBron's been in the league for, I don't even know how long.
Steph's 36.
How old is LeBron? I mean, LeBron was born in 1984, it says.
Yeah, oh Lord. 39 or 40.
LeBron's been in the NBA for 20 seasons, which is crazy. So I can't imagine him being, yeah, I mean, Steph's been in the league for probably, I mean,
16 or 17.
It wouldn't surprise me if that's what it is. That's, for 14 years. So, yeah, I can't imagine Wemby playing in the league for 14 to 20 years. There's no way with his body type. If he does, that'd be amazing. I think people are stupid for buying base Prism PSA 10s for $400, honestly.
Yeah.
Not financial advice, but I would never touch that.
Much upside.
I would never touch that.
Upside or in that risk, definitely.
No. Even the Wemby collar that is going for, someone offered me a Wemby red that was out of, like, I don't know what reds are out of this year. Maybe, is it $299?
$299. Yeah, the red seismic almost looks like a wave, but a horizontal wave.
No. It was the true red. It was the true red, so it was just like red. But it's still probably out of $299. And he was asking $4,000 on that, I believe.
The red seismic and a 10 did 3.3K.
Yeah, so a true, it makes sense to be about 4.
Yeah, true red 10 did 4.5.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
But it's also out of $299, it looks like. unless they're
It's interesting.
somehow different cards. I don't know. All the $2.99 Pulsar,
Victor.
the Seismic Pulsars are doing the same.
Though True should do more. It should just be all red.
Oh, it definitely is.
Oh, this one right here.
Yeah, the title's just red. But it's still, it's not
This is
that much more. Like 1,000 more average, maybe, if that.
Yeah, what I'm looking at now, I have Card Ladder pulled up now. March 18th, a True Red did 4,600 raw. However, on March 17th, which is the day before, a True Red did 2,200.
And a True Red not 10 on March 15th did 4.5.
Yes, a 10. 4.5, yeah. So I'm assuming that 2.2 comp is way more realistic than the 4,600 comp. However, maybe since his game yesterday, his market has gone up even more. I don't know. But I would not be. This is an interesting listing. Who in the world would do this? This guy posted a Victor Wemby Red Prism PSA 8 and a CJ Stroud Purple Power Prism out of 49 PSA 10 on the same listing and sold them for 2,600. Why in the world would you do that? I've never seen that before, honestly. Both pictures are in the listing, and both cards are in the title. That's interesting play. Never seen that before. But anyways, we got off on a huge tangent on Wemby. I just don't see his prices holding up in the long run. I mean, in the short run, yeah. I mean, I'm buying, like I said, base for $75, grading and gonna sell for hopefully $400 whenever they gem. However, here in the next 2 years, quote me, these like base 10 should be $50, $75, honestly.
Yeah,
we'll see if I'm right. But
most
I mean,
good rookie bases on average are like $5. Like,
no. I mean, like, Luka,
in like past years,
Prism base. Luka's Prism base is.
I don't say, okay, so let me rephrase, not good rookies, but the majority of the rookie class
Reset
worth about $5. Right.
Right. So, like, right here, like, Luka's base Prism is $125. And then gem $300. However, that's 2018. Like, he's been in the league 6 years, right?
Yeah.
And he, like I said, I mentioned Luka had 7 triple doubles in a row, which is insane. Like, Luka's absolutely like one of the best players in the league. But yeah, I don't know. Wemby's market's just unreal. So yeah, Wemby's hype's there, and it's real, as Kresh would say. All right, let's move on to the next flip. We were on that for way too long. Anyways, we also posted Xbox, or Best Buy, I guess, came out with Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl bundles for $700. We posted them in Jyles FBA. They're retail $700. Some pre-sales were around $1,500, some lower. I didn't know how much stock they had, so I only put estimated resale over $900. Make a few under profit. That's kind of what I was thinking. Well, check back to today. These came out maybe a week and a half ago, I want to say. And check back to today. These are doing around $1,750. So about 2.2x retail, which is kind of crazy. Obviously the stock, they hadn't dropped much stock. They were out of stock in seconds, it felt like. Best Buy did like the app line thing, which I absolutely hate. But yeah, if you were able to get one $700 to $1,800 in the span of a week is pretty good. So yeah, that's that. I tried to go for them, and like I said, they're out of stock like fast. I don't know of anyone in the group that got one, but I saw a few people on Twitter get them, so you were able to get them. All right.
I think I was on a plane anyway.
Oh, going down to Cancun, huh?
Yeah, I don't think I had any chance, but I missed a few things on vacation.
Not too much. You're good to go. There'll be plenty more opportunities. Yeah, you'll live. Also, Baja Blast did like a Stanley collab. We missed this in the group, but I believe retail was $45, and they're reselling between $175 and like $250, which is crazy. Stanley hype has been down a lot ever since like Amazon kind of hit with the price errors, or price activations, all that bad, terrible stuff. So Stanley hype's been down a lot. I'm assuming during Q4 it'll kind of pick up again, kind of like it did years prior. But yeah, Baja Blast Stanley's $45 into 200 plus. Once again, insane flip. I wasn't able to get any of those. But yeah. Did you see those?
I sold one for $145 today.
Really? On Amazon?
No, I sold a flamingo from Target. Yeah. Don't ask me how. So I keep getting the price error, obviously deactivated listings,
right?
Because seller snap is set too high, and when it's deactivated, I can't go in and fix it. But I just matched buy box, I'm pretty sure, whatever the lowest price was, so I could then have time to go in a seller snap and actually update it. Still didn't have time, but apparently I was the lowest price, or somebody sold out, and then seller snap did my yo-yo up to $145, and I got the sale there on a $44 Stanley.
That's sick, yeah. Someone else in Jyles FBA sold
not 140, 125.
125? I mean, it's still pretty good. You know who's in
110?
Jyles FBA that also sold a few flamingos recently?
Couldn't tell you.
Okay, so someone else was selling flamingos on that same listing for, I want to say, 125 to 150, which was interesting. There was a time in November where they would restock on Target around 1 to 2 a.m. And we caught
it got late.
I mean, yeah, it was late. However, we were able, Jyles FBA, we pinged and we were able to get hundreds of their stock, which is crazy. I know one night I was looping 5 per order, and I got, I believe, 45 or 50 before they went out of stock, and other members got, I mean, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Someone even got close to 90, I think. And this happened for, I want to say, a week or two. But yeah, I mean, buy cost was $45.50, and they were selling for 85 plus all day. So that was a kind of cool flip. And now that they're still selling high, I still have the pink parades behind me over there.
Yeah, so still have one.
I
had one
16
buyer on eBay.
Oh, did you? What are they doing on eBay?
One buyer on eBay. I just sold one for $140.
Okay, yeah.
Had another buyer buy it outright for $150, but their account was made the same day, so I canceled that, and I haven't relisted it, but we'll see.
Speaking of eBay,
I don't know.
I listed. Go ahead.
I was just saying, a lot of people are listing their flamingos as pink parades. And
yeah.
So yeah, all the buyers were like, send more pictures. Let me look at the UPC, barcode, all that. Well, they're not looking. Some are supposedly doing $48-$50, and others $150.
Those are from China. If you look on that, I guarantee you they're from China. I actually looked at that not recently, maybe a month ago. I'm like, how are they doing? Yeah, I'm like, how are they doing $48? That doesn't make sense, and they're from China. StockX, I think they're still doing decent, around 155 to 170, I will say. However, if Amazon never did this freaking Stanley deactivations, dude, they're reaching like 250. which is nuts.
Yeah.
So
I set mine.
that is brutal.
FBM low was 250. I set mine in FBA with my low at low 300s. Maybe it was 299.99. But yeah, and then literally before they even checked in, here comes Stanley and Amazon taking us down. So I removed them.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Sad. Yeah, like I said, I still have 16 or 18, and I have the mistletoes as well sitting back here. But speaking of eBay, I did, before Jyles FBA call about an hour ago, I did list a lot of stuff I have sitting around here on eBay. I already sold like a Taylor Swift vinyl that I just listed about an hour ago. And I was going back and looking at like what I got it for, because it was like a 1989 vinyl. And I scrolled clear down to my email. And dude, guess what email I gave across? And I actually want to look at this.
Oh man.
You know what email I'm talking about. No, you know.
From what store or what?
From Taylor Swift's store.
Oh,
Taylor Swift store.
The lovers.
The lover hearts, dude. I came across that email.
They've got everything $700.
I'm like, oh my god. I'm looking right now.
Bad.
There's one on bids right now. 5 bids with an hour left at $640. There's one on bids with 5 days left at $585. See, sold $640. 900. Oh my god. This is sick. This isn't even the hearts. However, I wish you guys could see this on the podcast. This is a PSA authentic autograph of the lover vinyl. It's not the heart shaped. It's just the lover vinyl with her autograph, and it's PSA authenticated. That's awesome.
Jeez.
Oh wait, that's the lover CD cover. My bad. It's not the vinyl. It's the CD. However, it's autographed, and it's PSA authenticated. That's sick.
Yeah.
However,
doing 1K vinyl would. Wow.
Oh wait, is that the? Okay, yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about. The hearts, however, doing 640, 670, 825, 670, 615, 850, 660. Anyways, the story around these is I kind of forget the continued story. What were they retail? I forget.
And they're cheap.
50? Yeah.
$50.
So
Ish, yeah.
they were, for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, it's a Taylor Swift Lover vinyl that's in a heart shape. There's a pink and a light blue one. And we bought them for $50. They're reselling for initially like $150. Nice little triple up. I believe we were thinking about holding these, right? Well, after a few weeks, they're still around like that 150 mark. Anyways, they started to climb a little bit, and I sold mine for $225. I don't know what you sold yours for. I had 4. I sold mine for $225. Felt great about it.
Yeah,
was not mad at that at all. And anyways, we look a few months after, and they're up to $400-$500. And yeah, I don't know. I've said it once, and I'll say it again. I'm always about buying, flipping, making your cash, and putting it into something else rather than holding. I know we've talked about like Lego investing and stuff on here. But for example, like that lover vinyl could have went down to 50 and I could have made nothing. Taylor Swift can be an exception. For stuff like Monopoly, which I had success in the past with in the previous years, that's like an exception for me. However, I could make $500 profit on the per case now. I don't necessarily need the capital. If I need the capital, I'll definitely flip it through and buy some more stuff, flip some more stuff, and keep churning through. But yeah, that's my thoughts on that. That's kind of funny. We got on the
retail's actually $39.99. Shipping $6, tax $3. So I paid a little under $50 all in all, but yeah, just to make it just a little worse on us.
Yeah, that's good stuff. Anyways, Oppenheimer, have you ever seen that movie?
Yeah, it was It was okay. Like it was a good movie. The storyline was really weird to try and follow. It was just all over the place.
Okay,
Content was good. The production was. I felt like it was
I was I was laying with my girlfriend the other night. We were trying to find something to watch, and Oppenheimer came up, and like the reviews were like insane on it, like 92% on like popcorn review. I don't watch too many movies, but basically the reviews were insanely high. We didn't end up watching it. However, I know there was a lot of yeah, this movie's great. Everyone has to watch it, and there's some that's like, yeah, I don't really get the hype of it. Didn't really mind it, which is like any movie, I guess. Not everyone's gonna agree on everything. However, there's an Oppenheimer book that you can buy at Wally World, aka Walmart, for $30, and it's selling on eBay for 50 plus. So next time you're in Walmart, look for the old Oppenheimer book. Double check, make sure they're still selling for 50 plus, and maybe you can get your lunch and dinner paid for. So there you go there.
not in this economy, but maybe lunch.
Dude, I was shopping at Sam's yesterday with my girlfriend, and we my family used to make a lot of like big like family dish meals that are you really just like buy from like Sam's, for example, and you put it in the oven for 40 minutes and like pasta and chicken. You know what I mean? Like that's what we had last night. But anyways, they also had it was like kind of like Chinese. It was just like chicken, rice, and then like the sauce, right? Which I'm not big into Chinese. I've only had it a few times, but I'm kind of getting into it more. It was $13 for like the pan. I swear there's probably like 40 nuggets in there that were about that size. And then rice about, I don't know how much rice, but a lot of rice. And I was talking to them, I'm like, yeah, dude, this could probably last me 4 meals, realistically. I'm like, okay,
Yeah, for
$3.50, $3.25 a meal. Like, dude, that's sick. I mean, I go to Chick-fil-A almost every day and spend $10, $11 on a meal, which is crazy. And I know you with your Chipotle and DoorDash.
I spent plenty of
that. But
yeah, I've been meal prepping.
Oh, you have?
Actually, my cost of food. I mean, I do $70 usually grocery trip for 4 or 5 days worth of food. So still like $100 a week, but really good food. Yeah, rice, chicken, soy sauce, mix it together. It's great. Not soy sauce, teriyaki sauce. It's like a stir fry.
$400 a month on food is super, super cheap in my eyes. I definitely.
Yeah, mine too. Yeah.
Definitely, like I've been going over my food / entertainment budget for the past like 6 months, and not staying within the guidelines and going over it quite a bit. However, like, yeah, I live with my uncle and aunts, and I never cook anything at all. However, when I go to my girlfriend's on the weekend, sometimes we'll make food there. Not healthy at all. Don't advise it. Not good for the pockets either. But yeah, that's my food.
Right? It's not.
So I need to start meal prepping. That'd be big.
It's not too bad, really.
No, it wouldn't be bad. No. It's just, I guess, setting the time aside to actually go get the meals.
Yeah.
Prep the meals, which isn't crazy.
Yeah, tomorrow's my meal prep day. We'll see if I get to it or not.
I'll put it on your notepad. You'll get to it.
Yeah.
Anyways, we've been hitting on Tesla Cybertrucks. There's still a few more resold for close to $200,000, which is crazy. Speaking of that, I forgot. I still have my $100 deposit down on one, and since I just got a new car a few months ago, I won't be buying the Cybertruck unless it's still reselling. But that's interesting. Wonder what will happen to my $100. But the other day, Tesla, I've recently been getting kind of into the stock market, and Tesla dipped clear down to 162, and I tweeted out, buy Tesla at the dip. And And today it was nice to see. I bought $5,000 worth of shares of Tesla when it was down to 162, and it's up to 174 today. Not that it means much currently because I'm in Tesla to hold for a long time. But yeah, that was kind of cool to buy a dip like that. My plan is every time it dips to just grab more of it and keep doing that month after month.
Set aside some
That
money.
will kind of be cool. However, and like, do you have an emergency fund? I don't think you do, Michael. Kind of, somewhat.
It's in the process. Yeah, I mean, really, just past year's been pure reinvesting.
Right.
Right now, I have a lot of sitting inventory. So as soon as that's liquidated, it'll be really easy to kind of set aside an emergency fund because, with Amazon, your stuff sells, especially with the Plum. I'm looking at 30, 60-day turnaround time. So I'm staying like on top of my bills. It's just liquidating that inventory.
Right.
I really just don't want to take a loss on it if I don't have to. So.
All right. And it's super easy, like I said, to get back damaged stuff or even perfectly good stuff from Amazon and not list it on eBay or Facebook or whatever and move it, and it just sits in your
Or give it to your girlfriend
or whatever, or you just give it away, which is honestly
I got a
fun.
thing of Summer Fridays back, a lip balm.
Yeah.
It was a return unfulfillable by Amazon, quote unquote, still sealed in the poly bag with one side of the box just like opened. It was still brand new. Like the poly bag was still sealed. It wasn't one of the resealable ones. So I know it was like obviously not tampered with, and they deem it unfulfillable and it comes back to me. It's ridiculous.
Classic Amazon. I mean, I guess it's better than them sending them out and they say, "Oh my gosh, it was ruined," and you have to refund them, and then they actually did open up and use it and return it. I guess. I mean, sometimes you'll get unfulfillables and it's legit perfectly new condition. You send them back on, you can resell it, and there you go. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
And Amazon can just
actually just backed up a box for my dad of some, I guess, like outdoorsy stuff
nice.
like that are unfulfillable, and I don't know if, like, I obviously don't have the means to test them here, but said if anything works, it's yours. So happy early birthday.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, that's always good for gifts, and it clears up some room for you. But yeah, what I was getting at is for that emergency fund, I mean, if you set aside even, I don't know, $200, $500 a month and put it in this, I've been using Movemo. If you put it in Movemo, and that can kind of be your e-fund, if something goes wrong and you need it, it's easy to sell shares and then get it back in your bank account to use it for whatever it may be, whether it's your car breaking down or, I don't know, just something crazy happens, which is unexpected.
Yeah, I mean, I really just need a business emergency fund. My personal side's pretty good. I'm kind of just saving cash at the moment, which I know is not financially great, but since we're going to be getting a somewhat pricey apartment soon.
Right.
When deposit, they actually told me. June, maybe. Most likely July, but possibly June. Security deposit, we were expecting 2 to 3 months of rent, which was $3,000 to $4,500. My seller board screenshot and linked bank accounts came back, like, through the screening process. Security deposit is $600. So that's great.
That's good, right?
Obviously, passed the verification check there. Thanks, Amazon.
Yeah. So sometimes it's weird. Did you submit the 1099 that I gave you?
Yeah, that and literally the seller board screenshot, and that was it.
Nice. Yeah, sometimes it's weird that it works in your own business, or if you're a contractor employee, renting, leasing, lending money can be difficult.
Right.
Which makes sense. I mean, if you're a W-2 employee and you have job security, it's a lot easier for banks to lend money and landlords to let you live in nice places because they know you will have that money no matter what. They aren't going to have to go through an eviction process, all that good stuff. So I'm just glad all that went well. I know for a similar place that you are moving into in the same college town. When I moved up there, freshman, no, was it freshman year? Sophomore year? I forget when it was. I was 19, I believe, at the time, 2 years ago, and I moved in with Zach, which is my buddy, and basically they told us you have to make 3x your rents, your monthly rent, which at the time my rent was $900 a month, which was expensive, but pretty. I mean, it was pretty expensive at the time. Anyways, you'd make 3x your rent, and my buddy was making 300x the rent, and however, he still had to have his mom sign on the lease, co-sign it, because he was not over the age of 25 or something like that.
Right. That's
And,
what I was planning
it's
to
just
have my mom
crazy.
co-sign.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a big deal if your parents co-sign, but like it's just crazy that someone can be making this much money, and you can prove that you're making that much money, and they're still making you co-sign with your parents, like that. Just,
Right. And I like
it's just
technically
balls,
could
yes.
prove it because I haven't filed taxes.
Right.
I don't have a tax return since I started my LLC.
Right.
So the screenshot was the best thing I could come up with, and they accepted it. I was like, cool.
Yeah, that's kind of surprising to me, because usually
Yeah, especially
like
for
landlords like
that
that.
pricey of a place.
Yeah, it's nice, super nice. Usually landlords are pretty strict about who they want staying in their places, especially in that college town.
Yeah. It's a
However,
pretty. They're very modern, I would say. They're I mean, it's like big corporation owned, um, built in the past like 4 or 5 years, super efficient, all that. So I think they're pretty. I don't know. Find tenants first, ask questions later, motivated.
yeah,
But
that makes sense.
again, there's plenty of space. So
Yeah, I mean, might not work out the same way if there was someone 65 running the business. But yeah, it sounds like they. I mean, that's funny. I always see a tweet. It says whenever you tell people you own in your own business, their first thought is like, do you live under a bridge or are you a multi-millionaire?
yeah,
Yeah, like there's no in between. Which I mean, it's a fair assessment, especially for a lot of small town business owners. I mean, they can work 12 hours a day, 6 days a week, and barely scrape by 40K a year, or whatever it may be. And then other people, I mean, just like us, I guess, people on the internet can sit there at our computers all day and make six figures. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's
right.
kind of weird how that works.
And have a pretty low cost of living, not commuting, a lot of free time. I mean, that's a big thing for me. You know, I'm in college, tons of free time. Can take a trip to Cancun for 5 days, not have to tell. Well, I mean, I guess I told you, but I don't have to tell my boss, hey, I'm taking PTO.
Yeah, right.
My 2 weeks of the whole year, there goes half of it.
Right. Yeah. I mean, the freedom side of it is definitely amazing. But at the same time can hurt if you don't have the right systems in place. I want to take a month off. I mean, the revenue and the profit's going to reflect on that more so than not. I think it's good if you have a business running that you can take 2 weeks off, but not like 2 months off. I feel like you always have to kind of be in the mix. You know what I mean? Like you can't just, unless you have like a head admin type guy that can run the entire business for you. And like, yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like you kind of have to be always somewhat in the mix of any type of business, except you're just, unless you're like a big, like, I don't know, big CEO who owns 100 businesses. Like, you know what I mean? Obviously you're not going to be, or like a franchise type of business. I don't know. It's just cool to when you're in business and kind of, yeah, if I don't want to look at the Discord for a week, I guess I can. And I know I have people that I can rely on to help run the Discord or run my Amazon business or stuff like that, which is great.
Right.
Which
I usually, I mean, my big sourcing sessions, I would say, are usually like probably every other day on average. I mean, some days I'll do nothing. Some days I'll stay up till 3 a.m. just spending money on products, and it's great.
Right. Yeah. I mean, being a business, I mean, also at the same time, I mean, you could have been on vacation. Like you were still going for like Monopoly Prism Blasters, for example. Like you could have been on your laptop or on your phone 12 hours a day on vacation. So at some point, you kind of have to put like life in front of your business because you'll see it all the time. Like some big businessmen will always be on their phone or laptop 24 hours of the day, and like they never really like enjoy life, I guess. I just feel like everything's you just have to find a good balance with life in general.
Yeah, I think I worked a total of 3 hours or so.
Yeah.
Calculated an average for a unit I've been buying. Got a bunch of those, and then went for Monopoly Prism, and
Which took up 2 of those hours.
yeah, literally, it was 2/3 of it with nothing to show for it.
Yeah, which
Great.
That's you'll have those strikeouts sometimes in reselling. So, but what you aren't striking out with is your TikTok video that somehow hit the hour again after it quit. Which how does that make sense? I don't know. Pull up those stats and tell us your TikTok stats on the one video that we've been talking about for the past month. That's been just.
You know, I told you like what did I tell you earlier today? I cracked 140, or was that last night?
That was last night. Yeah.
I sent you the screenshot. Well, we're at 150 now. But let's see. Yeah, I texted you last night. Is it
talking about 150,000 views on his one TikTok shop video?
Which for a like viral video isn't that much. But to put this into perspective, I calculated you can only sort by 1 month, like the past month. So I've had to do the past 2 months since that's how long this video's been up. Let's see. I think today $33 in commission, 11K views, and this is only a 10% commission rate, so it's quite low. But forgot how I filtered it. Anyway, cracked as of today, should be over 650 in profit on a 10% commission rate on this product. I haven't touched this. I haven't even looked at this TikTok in like 3 weeks.
This guy took 20 minutes to set up his TikTok shop. He filmed it of a product that he sent to Amazon FBA, and he made an extra $700 doing jack all. Like, dude, unreal. And speaking on TikTok,
product itself actually made me like. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. You can express that later. But speaking on TikTok, they the Supreme Court was talking about banning TikTok. So I kind of put TikTok shop on the back burner just because I don't want to like put all this time into it. And then like tomorrow I find out TikTok's banned and like I can't even like access my funds or whatever. So I kind of put it on the back burner. Thank you, Isaac, for kind of that heads up. But dude, yeah, I mean, that product that you took a video of and you're getting 10% commission on for TikTok shop, you sent it into Amazon FBA and you made how much?
I had 30.
Too much to count.
I think they were like $10 profit unit.
And so 300, so you took $1,000.
Yeah.
On spend. How much did you spend? You spend zero for the video, obviously. You didn't even have to
actually I've had these in my row. Yeah, $7. $7 for CapCut Pro. The product itself, I got a good sale on at the time before the listing went to crap. It was like $24 a piece. So,
all right. So you, how many units did you buy? 30, you said. So
30. It was like
quick math.
730 some. 720.
Calculator can't do this. 30 times 24. Yeah, 720. 720 spend. You make $300 and then it's Amazon, and you make $700 just posting a 7-minute clip and adding a caption and some sounds, and that's it. And people are just
an AI voiceover, yeah. It'd be great if it was better commission, but I'm not going to complain.
I think
There's so many stupid ways you can make money.
Speaking of this, I think you need to actually post another video today of that same product. While that video is popping off, I think you need to post another one. See if those see if those views see if those views will kind of translate to another post as that one's popping off. Because obviously it likes that it's converting people to buy it because they get a 5% cut or whatever their cut is. So they're making money from promoting your video and people are buying for your video. So TikTok's making money from that as well, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah, I need to find something else I've got around here.
No, but I feel like you need to I feel like you need to post again to see how another video will do and see if you kind of get the same attraction as this one's getting. Because if you do, I mean, imagine if you had 5 or 10 videos up that were doing that rather than just one. I mean, dude, you're talking about you're getting into 4, maybe 5 figures. Yeah, like I don't know. Definitely, I feel like you can take the 10, 20 minutes it took you to make the first one and come up with something else.
Yeah, probably should do that. We might probably should stuff.
Yeah, add that one to the list, and I feel like it'll be worth it.
No,
I don't know. You have anything else related to TikTok or anything?
Not really. No, like I said, I literally haven't even touched TikTok really.
Hey, you haven't even looked at it. That's crazy. I just can't fathom that it went to, the initial bump was like, what, 35K, and then it went to 70K, and now it doubled.
Yeah, it was like to 150. It's like 50 in the first week. It really died down. Ended at like 70. And then I, again, haven't looked at it for a week and a half, 2 weeks. And I check it 2 days ago, maybe a day ago. And yeah, it's like 136.6K. And I was like, oh, sweet.
From my experience with TikTok, like I unless like there's something that isn't like organic that pumps the video, I have never seen like a video like, usually once it settles, it's like done. Like the video is done. It doesn't come back up after a month of it being posted unless like that.
Well, I will
pumping a video, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I will say a lot of viral videos on my For You page. You know, I'll like click on the comments and it'll be like 215. You know, like it's been a month now and it's on my For You page somehow. So maybe that is part of it, but I couldn't explain it.
It's weird. I don't know. I don't know. It's working out for you. So keep doing recreate whatever you did in that first video with a different product and try to recreate the same type of algorithm that you caught onto, whether that's using the same hashtags, the same type of caption, the similar length of the video, the same AI voice, all that fun stuff. So, I mean, those are my suggestions. Not that I'm the successful one sitting here with $700.
I would say successful. I got lucky once. See if I can do it again.
See if you can recreate that, though, Michael, and keep us updated here in next week when we film later on. All right. I think that's going to be it for Jyles FBA podcast for this week. We talked about a lot of different random things. That's kind of what this podcast has currently come to. But yeah, appreciate all you guys tuning in. If you made it this far, make sure to like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And yeah, we'll see you in 2 weeks. Appreciate it, guys. Bye.